Hey, this is my second presentation about the thought experiment. I really enjoyed doing this assignment. It really brought forth thoughts, which is basically the name of the assignment. I read several good articles, transcripts, watched the good videos that I probably would have never seen if it wasn't for this course and this assignment. But they were very interesting, each one, and I learned a lot from each one. This presentation will be about the three major concepts that I discussed in my presentation of the thought experiment that could impact firms in the future. And those three concepts would happen to be conserve resources, make smarter investments, and gain independence from the economy. These three concepts would greatly affect the outcome of many firms, I believe, because many firms may not think about this because like I said in my previous presentation about the business game strategy, most companies, they really just want to see good numbers, good revenue, good income, and they don't really think about the future of the firm. They just think about the for now, because basically for now is what most people would see. Many people don't think further down the line, so what happens now means a lot to firms. And these three concepts, I believe they could greatly impact firms in the future. The first concept that I picked from my thought experiment, which was very important to me, was the conserve resources. This one was important to me because many firms, many businesses, many people, they don't try to conserve what they have. The smallest inconvenience comes up and they believe that it would be the right choice to go ahead and use the resources that they have saved up. However, this only shortens the amount of stuff that you have when you actually need it, when it's actually a emergency, like a dire need for this object. Conserving resources would be funds, savings funds, materials that you probably don't you want to save for emergency needs. And most firms, when the smallest inconvenience happens, they just try to jump to something real quick to keep from losing money or to keep from the competition catching up or passing them. So they try to help and use what they have saved up. And this may be good for that moment, but over time, you're gonna run out of things to use when you need something as a backup plan, or if this is something that you expect to fall back on, or it's something that's very, very important and valuable to the firm, and you're using it when you don't really have to at that moment. So over time, you're running out of this resource, this valuable, and when it's really, really needed, you won't have it. And that could be the downfall of the firm. And that's definitely going to get you passed by competition. Sometimes firms go out of business because they don't have what it takes to keep competing in the current market. And this is something that it could greatly impact firms. The next concept from the thought experiment would be make smarter investments. This, I believe, people make investments based on what they think may happen or what the trends think may happen. Let's just say if something comes out and it's very popular among people and everyone's talking about it, a firm is going to be quick to jump on it because they think it's going to make a lot of money in the long run, because it's the talk of the moment. It's the talk of the town and everyone wants it at this time. But is it really a good investment? Could you really see this product or this business or whatever it may be going further than at this moment? Do you see it in the future, in a couple of years, or maybe lots of years? The amount of money that you make in this investment, do you think that it could return you more? Or do you think that it could actually have a valuable lifespan? I don't think many firms think about this when they're trying to invest in trending investments. And this is definitely something that could impact firms in the future, because if you just keep making, not the best investments with your money and your funds, then over time, when an actual good investment is coming, you won't have the amount of money it takes to invest in this and get you a good turnaround amount of money or this and that. The third concept from my thought experiment would be to gain independence from the economy. This applies to firms, people, businesses, companies, anyone else who's in the economy these days. Nowadays, almost everything that happens has to deal with the economy. If the economy shuts down, then what are you going to do without this particular thing that you're invested in or that you are a part of. If you are depending on the economy for something very, very dire and it's very important and valuable to your company, if the economy fails, what are you going to do about this particular item that you're depending on the economy for? How are you going to get it if you were depending on someone to get it for you? What are you going to do without it? Are you going to be able to survive? I think that firms should try to take smarter decisions, and they should also try to wing away from the economy if possible. If it's something that you're relying on them on, you should definitely reach into or look into trying to see if you can obtain this item on your own without the economy, just in case it does fail, which is very unstable. Everyone knows it's anything can happen and you wouldn't know. And I would just rather be safe than sorry when it comes to that. Now, if all of these three concepts were placed together, you conserve your resources, you make smarter investments, you gain independence from the economy, that firm would be very successful in the long run. They are looking at their future, they're focusing on the future, and in the future, when all the other firms and companies who have not looked this far are failing, then you will be very successful, and it's a great combination to have. And I see I have already went over the time for this video, so this is it. Thank you.